So every 5 years, Ofwat does a price review, and that involves us setting price limits on what the monopoly providers of water and wastewater services can charge their customers. And we don't just set limits on prices, we also set out what customers can expect to get for those prices. Now, our next price review is coming up in 2019, and that's not very far away. We get the business plans from the companies in 2018, and that means we're really ramping up our work over the next year to prepare for what we're going to do when we get those business plans and what our policy framework is and what companies can expect from their dealings with us. Now, over 2017, we'll be putting out our methodology statement in July for consultation, and that's going to set out the rules of engagement between us and the companies during the price review, and we'll then put out the final methodology statement in December. So it's going to be a really busy year for us. As we prepare for PR19, we're thinking already about the big themes that are going to be really important for us and for customers in the review. And there are really 4 of these. The first, and really the most obvious, is customer service. What's the standard of service that customers can expect from their monopoly providers of water and wastewater services? We're expecting to see a real step change here in the service that customers get. We spoke last year in the context of looking at the costs and benefits of competition for residential customers, about the fact that customers are receiving essentially an analogue service in a digital age, and we're really expecting that to change in the next control period. The other theme we're looking at is resilience. So it's not just about what customers get in the next 5 years, it's about how resilient those services are in the long term and in the face of shocks. So that's partly about companies being able to anticipate those shocks. It's also about companies being able to respond to those shocks and recover from them and to mitigate the impact on customer service as well. There are lots of different aspects of resilience. It's partly about networks, but it's also about ecosystems and communities, and it's about financial and corporate resilience too. The third theme we're looking at is affordability. It's critically important that customers not only get the service they want in a resilient way, but they get it at a price that they can afford and which represents genuinely really good value for money. It's not enough for companies just to satisfy themselves that their customers can afford what they're planning to do, but they really have to demonstrate that they're being as efficient as possible and delivering maximum value. And the final theme we're looking at is innovation. All of companies' plans should be underpinned by innovation. Innovation is how we make sure that this sector will continue to deliver for customers and society in the long run, and it cuts across everything that the companies will do. So already, here in 2017, we're clear about those 4 themes that will underpin our price review. You'll hear more from us later on in the year about how those themes will come through in our rules and our terms of engagement in the methodology for the price review. And we take that responsibility of setting price limits and service standards for customers really seriously. So we're really hoping to get good engagement from you as we develop our thinking en route to PR19.